In this video, I will talk about the steps for dividing decimal numbers by whole numbers. I will discuss a few questions on the worksheet. I will look at questions 1. I will look at questions 3, 10, and 12. And as I go through the questions, I will discuss the steps. So let's start with question 1. Question 1, we have 0.5 divided by 5. Now, the number on the left is what we call the dividend. And the number on the right is what we call the divisor. So basically, you are dividing 0.5 into 5 groups. And we're going to find out how much there is in each group. So we put the dividend in the division bracket and the divisor on the outside of the division bracket. So this is the division bracket. We put 0.5 inside, and we put the 5, which is the divisor, on the outside. So we perform the division straight away. So looking at zeros, no 5s can go into a 0, so I put a 0 directly on top. So this 0 goes into the quotient. And then we look at the next digit, we have 5. So 1 5 goes into 5. Right? And if you take a look at the third step, the decimal point in the quotient is in the same position as the dividend. So we have a decimal point right here. So the answer is 0.1. Now this makes sense because you can imagine 0.5 as money. So $0.5 is the same as 50 cents. If you split 50 cents by 5, each person should get 10 cents, which is 0.10, which shortens out to be 0.1. Let's take a look at another example. Let's take a look at example 3. In example 3, we have 0.8 divided by 4. Again, we put the dividend 0.8 inside the division bracket, and we put the divisor on the outside. Again, pretty straightforward. 0 4s go into 0, and 2 4s go into 8. And I put a decimal point in the same position as the dividend. And the answer is 0.2. All right, let's look at some examples that are a tad more difficult. We have 0.4 divided by 5. That's question 10. Ten. 0.4 divided by 5. So again, we put the dividend in the division bracket. we have 0.4, and then we have 5 on the outside. Alright, so we know that 0.5 is going to 0. Now, we know that 0.5s go into 4. And so we do have a remainder of 4. We're going to combine the remainder of 4 with a 0 in the 1 out of 100's place value. So we just add a simple 0. We'll add a simple 0 behind 4. And then we ask ourselves, how many 5s go into 40? That's 8. So the answer is 0.08. Now, you can test to see whether this answer is correct by checking to see if 0.08 times 5 gets me back 0.4. Now, 0.08, that's 8 units of 0.01. Now, if I multiply 8 by 5, gives me 40. And so I have 40 units of 0.01. So 40 times of 0.01 gives me back 0.4. So it all checks out. The answer is indeed 0.08. And let's do the last question here, which is question 12. 0.002 divided by 5. That's question 12. 0.02 divided by 5. I'll put 0.002 in the division bracket and 5 on the outside. Again, 0.5s go into 0. 0.5s go into 0. And 0.5s go into 2, which gives me which creates a remainder of 2. Now I'm going to combine the 2 with an extra 0 behind the 2. It doesn't affect the result. All right. So here we go. So how many 5s go into 20? That is 4. So the answer is 0.004. Let's check. 0.004 multiplied by 5. Okay, 4 times 5 gives me 20. And my answer is supposed to have 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. I'll put a 0 here. And I'll put a decimal point here. And I'll put a 0 here. So the answer is 0. So I get back 0.02, which proves that the answer of 0.004 is correct.